Is box office redemption for Tom Cruise a Mission Impossible? You're watching Beyond the Trailer's review of Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol.
No safe house, no support or extraction. Everyone connected with this man is an asset with valuable information. We come back with our target, or we don't come back.
And how do you propose that we do that?
We take him out.
Yeah, we take her out, but, discreetly.
Discreetly.
Tom Cruise is one of the biggest movie stars of all time, which made it even more shocking when he himself, like a famous Mission Impossible message, self-destructed in 2005. While there had always been rumors regarding his relationship with the Church of Scientology, as well as his sexuality, Cruise was able to keep those rumors at bay thanks to vicious litigation. But Cruise's carefully constructed web began to unravel when he started to look for a new bride, to both help disprove those sexuality rumors, as well as link him to a young hip starlet. Scarlett Johansson was first approached and promptly blabbed to the press about the interview process, which involved a room full of Scientologists, a room from which Johansson quickly excused herself. But Katie Holmes, perhaps noting the career boost that Nicole Kidman received from marrying Cruise, was game. However, Cruise never jumped on a couch for Nicole, nor did he get into big fights with Matt Lauer over prescription drugs and Brooke Shields. Before she knew it, Holmes was depicted as a woman held captive by her husband and his religion, while Cruise's image was in tatters. Cruise's box office numbers began to slide, the first casualty his sole franchise, Mission Impossible. Then his next 3 picks all failed to top $100 million, something he did with ease pre-2005. Paramount Pictures dropped his production shingle and threatened to take away Mission Impossible altogether. But Cruise is a fighter. He was able to wrangle at least one more outing as Ethan Hunt, and he's putting all his cards on the table. Brilliantly, he brought in animation director Brad Bird to helm his first live-action pick, effectively making MI4 a substitute for Bird's much-anticipated The Incredibles 2. Add to that a kick-ass trailer and a solid supporting cast, and what do you know? The conversation seems to have changed. And while this latest Mission Impossible is tracking to open at just under $30 million, I've heard plenty of hushed whispers that this is many people's top choice this holiday season. Does Paramount have a sleeper hit on their hands? Maybe so, but just to be sure, they've attached 6 minutes of The Dark Knight Rises to IMAX prints. Hey, even Ethan Hunt likes to have a little backup. So, we have a special visitor today here on Beyond the Trailer, Chris Stuckman, who I'm sure many of you recognize as a fellow YouTube movie critic. How was Mission Impossible 4?
Amazing, fantastic.
Oh, I loved it. Definitely loved it. To me, it's the best out of all the Mission Impossible.
Really?
Yeah.
It was great. It's a magnificent Tom Cruise.
Yeah?
Yes, he was magnificent in this movie.
I mean, say what you will if you like Tom Cruise or not.
Yes.
It really is the best of all of them.
Are you able to separate Tom Cruise, the actor, from Tom Cruise, the celebrity?
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah.
But on screen, he's a giant.
As long as you keep entertaining the people, as long as you show the people that you're not perfect, but you're trying to be, hey, we love you.
Did he
forever.
entertain you?
Oh, yeah.
Who made it the best, Tom Cruise or Brad Bird? What do you think was the ingredient that pushed it over the top?
Well, I think Brad Bird really did a good job just pulling it all together. I mean, the one constant in the last 4, or the last 3 Mission Impossible movies was, Ethan Hunt and Tom Cruise. So I'd say that putting Brad Bird into this and having him direct it and so forth is pretty much what shoved it over the top.
Mission Impossible 1 was really team-oriented.
Yes.
And 2 was Cruise Fest.
Yes.
And even 3 was Cruise Fest. This one went back to that team
Oh,
spirit.
really? The director, did The Incredibles, the animated movie. How was the direction for this movie?
Definitely good. He kept the whole essence of Tom Cruise. And, one thing with Tom Cruise that everybody knows that he's very specific about what he does. So for him to allow the director to even do this, that speaks a lot for him.
I happen to be a big Brad Bird fan from
Right?
The Incredibles
He's amazing.
and Ratatouille, and he did it really just from the beginning, from the opening sequence. And
Is
the
this
escape
Incredibles level?
Oh, it's very, very good.
Some of the shots are incredibly inventive.
Yeah, well, we see some cool ones in the trailer, like the car flipping over.
Yeah.
And, all that stuff with cars, the car in the dust
Yeah.
storm. So does he really use CGI well?
Yes, because there are a few parts in the movie where I was like, oh, that's CGI, or that's
Oh,
CGI.
good. What was the coolest action sequence?
Oh, running down the building.
Yeah?
Trying to climb up the building.
When he had on the magnetic hands, it's like, but it wasn't only the hands, it was the fact that when he swung off that spool And I thought that the movie ended right there because.
And he dies.
Yeah. I was like, no, not now.
Do you want to see Brad Bird go back to animation, stay in live action? What do you think?
Oh, I think Brad Bird is probably too good to stay in one area. You know, he ought to do both. He still needs to do
there are no
something.
boundaries for Brad
absolutely.
Bird.
He actually did a very good job.
The whole movie's not shot in IMAX.
Right.
Did that make a difference to you?
No, because every single major action scene was IMAX. There was more IMAX than there was in The Dark Knight. And
Was it weird when it switches aspect ratio?
no, I got excited actually.
Oh, they're like,
'Cause,
this is it.
You know how like when a video game starts, I don't know if you're into video games, but like
Yeah.
when a big scene starts, it's like they kind of zoom in on the character, zoom in on his head, and then starts the mission.
Oh, that's
they did that in
awesome.
IMAX. Like he approaches the window, the IMAX fades in, it like fades out to him. You're like, something's about to happen. And you know, they did really good transitions
Yeah?
with the IMAX.
Oh, that's
really
good.
I recommend this to everybody and anybody. And it's not like, you know, you got some movies that are separated by age difference, stuff like that. To me, this actually doesn't even, it's not bloody. So I would actually bring a child
yeah.
to actually see it because it's like
It's
the new
like the-
G.I. Joe.
Oh, that's
you know,
awesome.
so it's like, hey, you know, look at this.
I couldn't rate a movie higher.
9.5.
Only a 10? Come on,
Awesome.
we're going to 110.
This would be a strong 8.5, 9.
Oh, really? Why points off? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not all the way to the top?
I don't give 10s.
Oh,
just
okay.
in general.
Sounds like the combo of Tom Cruise and Brad Bird is unbeatable, as audiences give Mission Impossible 4 a 9.5. And the polls are open for you to vote for your top 10 movies of 2011. Go to tinyurl.com/2011 top 10 and cast your vote by January 3rd, 2012, and then look for the results here on Beyond the Trailer. I'm Grace Randolph reporting from AMC Empire 25, and I hope you'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.